We all know him, most of us can't stand him, and YouTube even removed him, but somehow he's weaseled his way back to video creation. Mr. Kent Hovind, nobody's favourite creationist ding-dong, found a Super Atheist Friends video and thinks he whacked 5 of us in one go. Sure, Kenty. Hello, I'm the Skeptic, the British floating circle that watches people make extraordinary claims and then I explain why I don't accept what they're saying. Not too long ago, I annoyed 9 other creators until they just gave in and joined the Super Atheist Friends collaboration. 10 of us, all working together to point out silly things believers in religion say. Well, Kent found one of those videos, chances were pretty high there are almost 10 of them, and decided to attempt to whack 5 of us in one sitting. Will he accomplish that? Or will he just say, "You're wrong, you want to debate me, I'll tell you why anytime, 5 times. Well, let's find out together. But first, if this isn't your first Skeptic video, hit the like, the subscribe and the bell and whack that algorithm into shape. And a super thanks to those that hit super thanks in some recent videos. Mikael Lundgren, Jesus was a liberal, Kevin, The Turtle Moves, and Late Night Kaiju. And a big thank you to channel members who get to use Lisa the Rainbow Giraffe and more hen emojis. Lisa the Rainbow Giraffe bestows leaves upon you all. More hen. Go on then, Kent. Whack away.
Tonight, we're going to whack 5 atheists. Thank you, Simon and Dan. You make my job so easy. Thank you. I had a long day today, and you really make it easy. Okay, here we are.
What the bloody hell? I pulled together the Super Atheist Friends. If anything, you should be thanking me. And before he gets into the video, he has this little bit of gold.
Up in New York, right about there, is John Adolphi's amazing Lost World Museum. Lost World Museum, Roadside America. Hey, Bobby, make a note. Call Roadside America. Haven't put our place on there. I don't think we're listed on there. They need to be. Dinosaur Adventureland. See, the evolutionists believe, and John sent me this, I'll show you in a minute. They believe we started off like an amoeba, and we're getting bigger, better, stronger, smarter. Yeah, and the evolution of man. Look, boys and girls, we're going to be God one day.
Maybe we already are, since we've made it all up anyway.
Actually, here's the hand that he sent me. This is what a hand of a 12-foot person would look like. John makes this the hand of Adam.
Who the bloody hell gave Kent that? He only has to snap his fingers with that thing and half the universe gets wiped out, gods and all.
John, thank you. John's in the hospital right now, so we're going to pray for him.
He should have given you 2 of those so you could make it a big prayer.
But if you meet a guy like that in the alley, say, "Yes, sir."
To what? A massive hand job?
Dan Rourke calls himself Simon Dan. He's got a degree in art. They complain about me with my doctor's degree, which I earned, being Dr. Hovind, but he calls himself a Simon and he's an art man.
Sorry, Kent. A doctorate from an unaccredited university is about as useful as a chocolate fireguard being thrown into an active volcano. It's like me having a PhD from a penguin at Cincinnati Zoo.
Anyway, Simon Dan thinks he's the Pope. If he says it, it's got to be true. Companies pay lots of money for Dan to advertise for them. Dan advertises for me for free.
The smug look there. Really, you're displaying how jealous you are that Dan is successful on the tubes.
Thank you, Dan. You play a lot of my stuff, and I appreciate it. He makes wild claims. He's tried to defend evolution with no scientific evidence at all. I've suggested to Dan several times over the last few years as I've been whacking him, Dan, you do really, really good debunking flat earthers. Thank you. You should. Good job. But you need to leave the creation argument alone because you are wrong. Evolution is the dumbest idea in history.
And that's how Kent does this. And why no one debates him. He just says it's dumb and not scientific and then moves on. Faster than some widows whose husbands are no longer with us. Not political, I'm just saying.
And Dan, I thought Dan was taking my advice. Let's see, 8 hours ago, flat earther. 1 day ago, everything about the moon landing. Yeah, okay, good, Dan. They did go to the moon, by the way. Flat earth sees the truth 2 days ago. 3 days ago, flat earther tries to prove the worldwide. Let's see, 5 days ago, flat earther hilariously compares a washing machine to Earth. Okay, huge flat earther 6 days ago. 7 days ago, the flat Earth response. 8 days ago, 10 atheists respond to the best creationists have to offer. Oh, Dan, you should have stuck with flat earthers because now we're going to have to whack you again tonight.
Dan debunks silly claims. Sorry, Kentith, but creationists are in there too.
Stay on the flat earthers, Dan. That's really good. Don't mess with the creationists. You're going to lose big time. Okay, I'll show you. Here's Dan, 10 atheists. That's why I told you 10, Joseph. I put 5 on the title because I only I don't know how many. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'll take 1,000 of them out at a time. Okay. Let's see. Let me get over to here. Okay.
Power of saying, show me the data, to see if we could become something more, so that when the world started believing nonsense again, we could face it together. Because the truth is, they'll always need saving, from bad ideas, from snake oil salesmen, and from the one guy who still thinks Earth is a pancake. We're not here.
And I'd love you to show me the data too. Show me an example of a creature turning to some other creature.
Well, usually I would say that you're being stupid on purpose, Kent. Look at this paint and tell me at which point does one colour become another colour. But actually, you asked for it. The Iberian harvester ant is able to clone the sperm of Mediterranean harvester ants and produce a different species. So put that in your 6,000-year-old pipe and smoke it.
Not imagine it, long ago and far away. None of the SpongeBob stuff. You guys always do that. Well, it would take billions of years. Then it's not science, okay? If you can't observe it, test it, demonstrate it, show me. Evolution is a religion.
And religions are stupid, right, Kent? Evolution isn't a religion.
But I'm going to let Dan blabber. I'm going to talk for a minute here. And I have to bleep out some of this cursing. Dan, you hang around wrong company, okay? They got filthy mouths. They put stuff in their mouth I wouldn't want to step in our cow pasture. Mm-hmm.
And usually I wouldn't want to attack a person, just their words, but that doesn't count with Kent. I'm sure when you go back to being an inmate, there'll be things going in your mouth. Oi, oi, Savaloy.
It's a preach. We're here to prove. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thanks very much for joining.
Dan, you shouldn't call yourself Art Man, okay? Art Man Dan, that's your degree, isn't it?
At least he has a real one from an actual university, not like the made-up BS you have pretending to be a doctor. If you were really a doctor of ancient dinos, you'd know that they couldn't have lived with humans.
Now, last month, the brilliant Skeptic contacted me and some other atheist YouTube content creators to create a super collaboration of reactions. Unfortunately, I could not get all of my clips in on time, but they all made some fantastic content for the collaboration. Today is all about my appreciation for them. I'll be reacting to my own short video and then we'll be looking at all of theirs after that. Please do check them out, and if you like them and want more of the same, then subscribe to their channels. So I guess I should start this all off, shouldn't I? We start with the old chestnut. Dinosaurs live with humans.
Dinosaurs and humans living together thousands of years ago. Are you crazy?
Well, I hope not, because there's good scientific evidence to suggest that that is the case.
Good scientific evidence. Okay, let's go through this. Evidence? Where? Pictures and pottery of monsters that people think are dinosaurs is not evidence. Scientific? Absolutely not, because if it was scientific, like Dictor Dino said, it would be repeatable and demonstrable. It's not. It's only creationists that think it's the case. The rest of the world use their brains. Good? No.
First off, there's archaeological evidence. All over the world, there are hundreds of depictions that artists and sculptors have done where they look like dinosaur creatures. So clearly it appears that they've seen them firsthand.
I think the first...
Watch my video number 3. I show pictures, I show artwork, I show tapestries. Man has always lived with dinosaurs. I know you guys can't, it doesn't fit your religion, so you have to say, well, they're just all wrong. Listen carefully to what Dan says about this. There are hundreds of examples of ancient artwork, ancient stories about Beowulf killing a dragon. Is it all just mythology, Dan?
There are pictures and even T-shirts and mugs of Lisa the rainbow giraffe, leave be upon her. Does that then mean a giant rainbow deity pooped the universe into existence? Or can people make stuff up with imagination?
What you guys have is mythology, evolution. But anyway, listen carefully to what he says here.
First error here is that you're assuming ancient people couldn't imagine things. Humans have been drawing mythical creatures for thousands of years.
Humans have, what did he say, drawn mythical creatures? So because somebody drew mythical creatures, therefore all of their drawings are mythical? That's poor logic, Dan. Stop and think about it.
People draw fairies. That doesn't make them exist. People draw ghosts. That doesn't make them exist. You're right. It's not logical. I wish that there was a drawing of a crazy old loon in an Hawaiian shirt and you were just a myth. It would save a lot of eardrums the displeasure of that whiny voice.
Mermaids, griffins, and yes, things that look vaguely like dinosaurs. But just because a
Vaguely, Dan, you need to look at the artwork. They look exactly like dinosaurs. You're desperate. I know, Dan. We're stepping on your religion. I know. You defend your religion like the Muslims defend theirs. Hope you don't start killing people who disagree.
Every accusation is a confession. And wasn't it the Christie Bobs that done did the killing when the folks didn't agree?
But you do good, Dan. You're very good at defending your religion. But that's all it is a religion. Prove me wrong. Call in anytime.
Creature appears in ancient art doesn't mean it was alive at that time. Otherwise,
So because they show it on ancient artwork does not prove it's alive at that time. Well, Dan, because you guys can make charts and say, oh, this turned to this, and you can make these stupid family trees, and because you can draw lines on paper connecting, the whale is related to the penguin, that you can draw all these lines all you want. That's not evidence, Dan. We should use the same logic on what you believe.
The lines are there because there's evidence. They aren't the actual evidence. If there wasn't verifiable evidence to suggest that X animal was related to Y animal, the lines wouldn't be there. You really need to stop sniffing your own farts and read some other books.
So thousands of people have made drawings of dinosaurs, very accurate drawings. Like they didn't know about the Ica stones. Some of the dinosaurs on those have circles on the side. They didn't know about that until they found dinosaur skin fossilized, and it has circles. They're apparently heat sinks like alligators have, lay out in the sun, and those parts absorb the heat or something. How did they know to put circles on the side?
Do they all have circles? Do living creatures have circles on them? Could they not just have imagined 2 and 2 together?
we'd have to assume that ancient Greece had centaurs and cyclops running around. What these dinosaur
Centaurs and cyclops, which maybe they did. Therefore, all their drawings are fake. This is your logic, Dan. You got to know better than that.
It's not all of their drawings are fake, it's not all of their drawings are real. And how do we find out which ones are real? With supporting evidence.
paintings and carvings actually depict is crocodiles, monitor lizards, other large reptiles, and
Look at the pictures on my video number 3 and tell me that's a crocodile or a monitor lizard.
Tell me it's not a dragon, a fire-breathing winged monster from the imaginations of old.
They are exactly like this quite often. A patasaur, cetosaur, brachiosaur, a triceratops, stegosaurus, plates on the back, spikes on the tail. How did they know that? It's not a crocodile, Dan. You need to open your brain just a little bit. I'll plant a new thought in there for you. Maybe it'll grow, okay?
There are 0 carvings and drawings and whatnot of Stegosaurus before Stegosaurus was discovered. That one is a big old lie, maybe even bigger than the one where you said you were innocent. Oh, whoops.
and of course the misinterpretations of modern creationists. Archaeologists and anthropologists see no evidence that these things were drawn from real life.
And if that's what the experts say, I'm okay with it, rather than a self-appointed doctor of dumb ideas.
See no evidence. I see no evidence for evolution, Dan.
Well, maybe if you open your mind just a little bit, we can plant that thought and maybe it'll grow.
Show me some. I can show you the pictures they drew. Show me the evidence for evolution. Not a drawing, not where you have, a line connecting things. Show me the scientific evidence. No farmer on the planet has ever seen a cow produce a non-cow or come from a non-cow. It's never been seen.
I bet some have seen a horse give birth to a mule, though, or a cow give birth to a beefalo. It happens. You just don't like that it wipes out your dumb story.
Dog breeders all over the world have never seen a dog produce a non-dog or an amoeba produce a non-amoeba. You guys are just full of imagination.
I don't know. It takes more imagination to come up with a floating cloud dude making a man from dirt and a woman from a rib.
Then there is the fossil evidence. We're finding dinosaurs being contemporaneous with modern creatures that are supposed to have evolved millions of years after dinosaurs died out.
Fossils of things like fish, turtles, crocodiles have been found in the same layers as dinosaur bones, yes. But why wouldn't they? Because those species existed back then too. They are
You're stuck with a stupid geologic column, Dan. It doesn't exist anywhere. I don't know who taught you about the layers of the earth being different ages. My chart is gone somewhere. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. This is the Bible for the atheist right here. You got the Cenozoic, Mesozoic, Paleozoic, Jurassic, Triassic, Mississippian, Devonian, Silurian. It's all baloney. It doesn't exist anywhere.
Except it does, and that's why this exists, because it's demonstrable, and you can go to places around the world and see it. Noah's flood was written about once and maybe translated a few hundred times, but there's no evidence to support it. There's more to suggest it didn't happen, thanks to other civilizations existing during the time the biblical flood was supposed to have happened.
Except in the imagination in the textbook, they say the top layer is younger. I keep asking them, where's it coming from? How can that dirt be younger than that dirt? Every speck of dirt on the planet is the same age.
It's not the age of it, it's how long it's been there, you wally.
Actually, every speck of dirt in the universe is the same age if it came from a Big Bang 13.772 billion years ago. How can this only be 10,000 years old? Where was it hanging out for waiting to land? They'll say, well, that's the age when it was moved over on top. Oh, so if I shuffle a deck of cards, the top card's younger? That's your stupid logic, Dan. Man, I wish you'd think about it, okay? There is no geologic column. Doesn't exist.
Oh, he was so close then. Yes, if you slowly move one card to the top of the deck, the cards at the bottom have been there longer than the ones on top. It's like you do understand, but your grift won't allow you to accept it.
Yes, different animals are found in layers, sometimes all jumbled together. Sometimes there's a little bit of sorting because animals would be buried based on when they die. Probably clams would go first because they're already at the bottom, okay? Birds would go last because they can fly till they run out of gas. Got nothing to do with evolution. Maybe they're sorted based upon, mobility. Can't run very fast. Clams can't run fast as far as we can figure out. Maybe they're sorted based upon their body density. Clam shells are heavier than bird feathers. There's lots of other reasons besides evolution for why they would be sorted a little bit.
Evolution has nothing to do with where fossils lay. Jeez. Is he just being willfully ignorant now?
A flood would automatically sort things. Oh, I forgot. Watch this. Let's see. That is going to form a whole bunch of layers in a few minutes. Are the layers different ages?
Oh, wow. Is this real? A tiny box with sand and water is the same as the giant Earth? Come on, Kenty. If you put half as much effort into your understanding as you did your clothing choice, you might actually get somewhere, because that shirt is growing on me. And I know that he said 5 atheists, but he barely touched on Planet Walk and left me completely disappointed. Of course, it's Kent. He really did say a whole lot of nothing, again, and lied a load more about what evolution is and about how many atheists he could count. But hey, at least I made it into another Kent whacking video. That's twice now. Did Kent convince you? Do you think evolution is a religion? Let me know in the section below. I'm going to skeptic this as another whacking evaded. A big thank you to this month's top level ticks on Patreon. Dark Ether Piao, Tamo, The Barely Bearable Atheist, George, Godless Granny, Addy Rockhart, The Enixes, Jakari, Elizabeth, Whiskey Tech Fred, Rick and Ray, as well as all the $3 base ticks and channel members. You can become a supporter on Patreon too at patreon.com/theskeptic. The link is in the description, along with links to all my other socials. Or become a member by hitting the join button below this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. From me, the Skeptic, stay safe, keep thinking logically and ask questions. Skepticism is the first step towards truth. See you next Saturday.